Hey everybody, welcome back to Le Chef Paresseux. I'm Rhino, and today we're doing a pasta Primavera. Now, I love Primaveras. They're delicious and fresh and wonderful and remind us of springtime, which is why they are called Primavera, of course. But in order to really enjoy the flavors of the pasta and the flavors of the vegetables, we're not going to use any sauce. We're just going to be using a drizzle of olive oil and sea salt. Of course, the secondary reason being, I don't want to wash a saucepan. Yeah, that's not happening. And to make it even easier than that, we're not going to cut a single vegetable. We're going to be using vegetables, but we're only going to use vegetables that you don't have to cut, or dice, or slice, or peel, or any of those things. You're welcome. Now, in addition to your olive oil and sea salt, you're going to need a couple of things, like pasta. That kind of should be obvious, but this is a linguine. It's a quinoa-based linguine. You can use any type of flour-based pasta, rice pasta, corn pasta, whatever you like. When I give the cooking instruction for 9 minutes after you put it into the hot water, that's for the quinoa-based. So you might need to adjust your time just a little. And you don't have to use linguine. You can use any variety of pasta. It will totally work. Then you'll want spinach. You're going to need 2 cups of beautiful spinach, and then you'll need grape tomatoes. When grape tomatoes get warm and soft and tender, they just melt in your mouth like M&Ms. They are delicious. Actually, maybe easier than M&Ms. Sometimes I have trouble melting the M&Ms. Anywho. And then you'll need mushroom. These are Portabello, little baby Portabello, but you could also use Shitaki. I think I'm actually going to use Shitaki today. That's going to be great. And if you don't like any of those 3 vegetables, don't you worry, you could use zucchini, Japanese eggplant, bell pepper. Those are really good options, but they require cutting, and I put having to wash a cutting board right up there with having to wash a saucepan. So today we're not going to wash any of those things. Now I know what you're thinking. Watching water boil is your favorite activity, which is why I've skipped it on this video. So after your water is boiled, you can add salt to your water, just a little bit. Will help it boil at a lower temperature, if you're really impatient. I'm impatient, I do it every time. Then you take your box of pasta. So this is 8 ounces. So we're going to use about half. It's a rough estimate. And you're just going to snap it in half. And then put it into your water. Now, if you're using the quinoa pasta, after you've done that, timer, boom, 9 minutes. At the end of 9 minutes, it will be done. Period. That's it. It's great. That's why I love the quinoa pasta. It's a reliable cook. And I keep it over a medium to high heat. Olive oil pan. Heat. Mushrooms don't need to be washed, but you can rub them with like a paper towel to get some of the dirt off. Unless you're at a random grocery store in Sweden, most things come pre-washed. I know this because I bought spinach at a random grocery store in Sweden, and I had grit in my teeth because it was not pre-washed. And I didn't realize that at first. So you're going to put your lid over the vegetables, not over the pasta. The pasta's going to cook just fine. I'm not so worried about that, and the water's already piping hot. This is going to help steam your vegetables. We want them steamed and oily. So you're going to give it about 30 seconds or so, saute it, give it another 30 seconds to a minute. At that point, your mushrooms will start to look a little more golden, and so will your tomatoes. And that's when you're going to put in the spinach. I like to put in as much spinach as I can typically fit into the fry pan. It's now about 4 minutes in. I'm just going to give my pasta a stir. Now if your pasta is sticking together, you can put a little olive oil into the water. When I'm down to the minute mark, I usually take out 1 piece, give it a try. My linguine was a little on the tough side. Crank up the heat for the last 30 seconds. When your tomatoes start to wrinkle a little bit, that's when you know their skin is really soft, and that is the best time to turn off that burner and just cover them. They're totally ready, so you just want to keep them a little bit warm until you're ready to put it on the pasta. That was my timer. Turn off my heat. Strain. Do be careful of the steam when you strain. Now I said about a cup, but you can be very non-specific with this. This is a small pan. You can only fit so many vegetables into that pan. And I know about how much I'm gonna wanna eat for a single serving. So when you're ready to dole all of this out, just figure out how much it is that you are going to want to eat. And then go from there. And there you have it, the pasta primavera. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time to the Chef Paresseux every Monday and Thursday. Our next mission is to tackle smoothies with just a regular blender, because not all of us have fancy ones with the little pokey thing in them. Yeah, gotta make do. And not juicers, because smoothies and juice are not the same thing. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, tell all your friends, and go try it for yourself. The Primavera is delicious. Yeah.